Okay, I'm just preparing some vegetables. I'm just having vegetables tonight. So I've already done the tatties and I've got the cabbage in. I'm just doing vegetables with a cheese sauce. As you can see, I'm doing the sweets just now. Christina's making pork bellies. She fancies pork belly. I just fancy vegetables tonight. So I'm just going to do a full video of what I'm doing here, just chopping the stuff up. And I'll put some highlights on if there's any highlights. Maybe I'll cut a finger off or something. Not that I'm trying to cut a finger off. I do like to stay attached to all my limbs. And I'm afraid it's going to be very, very boring. Just watching someone chop up vegetables. Forgive me if I might sing. I'm actually here myself just now. Christy, I don't know where Christy's went to. The thing is, it's going to get dark soon. I forgot to bring the light over. Oops. It's the only thing that's wrong with fingers that are getting too old. You can't grip very well. This is the end of the week, so I've got a lot of vegetables to use up tonight. Oops, I dropped some stuff on the floor as well. I do tend to try and keep clean as I go along. Let's see if this over here. And put it right on. Only trouble is with this one. And everything else, I've only got a limited space in this house. Suppose I can plug it in over here. If I can. Doesn't look easy to plug in there. No. You can try over here then. I'm just wondering sometimes why a dairy's going to be this way. And that's working. I can put that there. Yeah, does that add more light? I know you can't see what I'm doing when I'm going over this way, but that's okay. You're just supposed to be watching me chop the veg up. I'm cheating with cheese sauce as well. I'm using that. It's actually for a pasta bake, but I'm going to use it on vegetables, which is, that'll be not too bad. I did use another jar of that stuff last week on pasta when I made it. And I think it's quite nice. The trouble is, when you see these things on TV, you know, the chefs do all these things, they're never worried about making a mess, because you know what? It's seldom the chef cleaning the mess up. They may give things a wipe down as they go along, but they're not the one cleaning up the mess completely. You find that out for anybody who works in the kitchens. Half the trouble is the preparation for everything. You think how long a show would be on TV if you were getting someone who was actually having to peel the potatoes and skin the carrots and all the rest of that kind of stuff. But it's like everything takes time. The end results are always basically at the end. There is easier meals to make as well than this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to change around a wee bit. I'm going to just peel this one here on top of this one. Then I'll put that to the bin that way. I'm dropping. I think I'm getting a bit rushed here. Normally I'm taking my time. I don't make so much of a mess when I'm taking my time. Cut these bits off, put that there. Cut these bits off. Right, put that there. Pick up the bits I dropped on the floor. Okay. You have to forgive me, sometimes I do kind of hit the camera. I've got my, no bad language for you, woman. Okay, I've got my...
If that one, like, less water, right?
If it likes, what?
When there is no more water, put the garlic.
When
right?
it goes dry, put garlic in.
Not dry, just tiny water. And then put the garlic, right? And after that,
You want the garlic crushed or peeled or what?
it's already crushed. No, not peeled. Just leave it like that.
You don't even want it peeled?
No, just leave it like that. Just put all the
Big chunks in? Okay.
yeah. Put all the even the
Yeah, I get the idea, honey. Yeah, you said you put it in that way. Yeah.
yeah. After that, what you call it? Fry a little bit, not long.
Fry a little bit what? The
Fry-
pork.
Yeah, with the garlic, and then after that, put some more water, like kind of half the pot. I'm away. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not actually not sure what you're asking me to do.
Well,
You're asking
after
me
you fry it a little bit,
fry for a few bits.
well, maybe say
You might
Maybe a minute.
fry it for a minute with the garlic.
The garlic,
Right.
and then put half of the pot with water.
So I'm going to use a pot again for you.
Huh?
So I'm going to put it back in a pot again with water.
If you need the thing, then that's fine.
What thing?
You need the cooker.
That's not what I'm on about, honey.
If you need the cooker, just take it off the cooker. and then
Yeah, if I go to use to use
Yes.
that ring, yeah, no problem. Right, that's fine. Right. See, sometimes on instructions I know exactly clear what she wants from me. Right, that's going to be under the water. Okay, that one's being, what's the word? Being washed now. Now into the carrots. Into this one. And actually, I tell you what, I'm going to take her stuff off this now and put these potatoes on. Right, put that back there. Put the knife there. Peel the carrots. I usually do these kind of things, listen to music to calm me down, but it seems YouTube does not like me playing music on it. So I've had to do them silent quite a few times. I'll have the sound taken off them anyway. This is like I say, this is last week's vegetable store being emptied out now. So we can refresh the vegetables. Try and get new vegetables every week or so. Well, 1 week, I've got mixed up with what I'm doing there. 1 week it's vegetables, 1 week it's fruit. This week is vegetables. Finish this one off, then I get some new vegetables. So things are not getting a chance to rot. I'm not doing them just now. Put that to the side because I'm not chopping them up. I'm still stripping off the rest of this stuff. Maybe I should entitle this one stripping. Quite a lot of views if you title them properly. Is this called stripping? Or is it called peeling? Never sure. I know there's a woman that's see, there's a couple that live in a boat, and the woman always uses innuendos. She says, "I'm stripping for the camera." What she's really doing is stripping paint off for the camera. But because It's got the word stripping on it. People look in to see what it's about. I know what it's about because I was interested in what she was doing when she was stripping off the varnish on the door of the boat. And the interior, in case you think, I mean, there's a door into the boat, and there's an interior door on the boat she was stripping the varnish off of. See, I mean, we get sidetracked. I'm supposed to be stripping off the skin of the carrots, but I'm neglecting. I keep on stop doing it and then just chopping off the heads and tails. There's only one more carrot to go after this one anyway. I've already done the tatties. Oh, I'm going to do some Swedes as well. That's definitely a wrong carrot. The trouble is, if I don't do things exactly as my wife tells me, I get whined at. But since I cook things for myself, I've always cooked things for myself. I've never had to worry about somebody else. Mainly anyway. Except I worked in the kitchen as well for a few years. So I was doing things like this. And never had any complaints about the food. Although I was doing all the preparations, or even the preparations. And then the chef would come in and get all the stuff and start. That one's only chopped up. That one's chopped up. He would that one's been chopped up. They've all been chopped up. Yes, I've already chopped him up. He would come in and start cooking the stuff. But you never actually see the person behind. You know, KP, it's called kitchen porter, or a kitchen assistant, I think they call them these days. Even a kitchen porter, even though they wash dishes and all the rest of that, they used to do a lot of preparations. I can't even say that word properly. Preparations for the meat. There's times when I had to take bones and roast them in the oven in order to make stock from the bones, the ribs, the cages, and all that, the animals. Done a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm just doing which would have been called batons. Just be careful, don't cut my fingers off. I've never done that all my years of doing these kind of things. But again, I'm no what's that word called? I don't do any of that fancy stuff. Chopping up, you know. Nah, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Never have done any of that kind of stuff. Never wanted to do it. It's just a job for me. Get things done. You can't have fun when you're doing them. And like I say, I mean, you see a chef doing them, but he's not doing lots and lots and lots of vegetables and stuff. He is only doing one for the camera. he's not at it for hours doing all that kind of stuff. It don't matter who the chef is. And even the rest of the preparation is all done. You've got the people who make the meal look nice. I mean, alright, so the chef sometimes comes round with his wee penny. He goes, oh, get that off that end of the plate. But he's not doing 30 or 40 at one time. So he's only doing the one in front of the camera. There's somebody else in the background doing all the work for him. The ones that serve everybody else in the restaurant. And not everything is getting made at the chef's table. They're all following the instructions on what he wants. He is supposed to check it, and he does glance up and have a look. That's no, oops, that's no right. That's no right. That's what you can hear from chefs all the time. But all this swearing that they do, that people, that's not exactly true either. You do get ones that are bad tempered, but everybody can be bad tempered. Even your best friend can get bad tempered with you. And that's a sign of a good friend is when they lose their temper, but you don't get angry with somebody. There's a difference between losing your temper. I know it sounds similar, but you get angry and people lose their temper and stab each other to death and all this, isn't it? But that's not the same as just getting angry with somebody. And then there's the swearing for the swearing's sake. There is people who just out there swearing all the time. They may say something like, oh, I've got Tourette's. Yeah, sure. Does not mean you can't control it. I mean, I had a stroke. I keep on bringing it up all the time. Had a stroke. It's almost 3 years now, I think. Yeah. Almost 3 years. I had my stroke. And after that, I was trying to remember words, but I was getting so frustrated. And this something called astasia or something. I can't remember the exact word. Is when you can't think of a word. So what you do is you crush. You use the first word that comes into your house into your head as a curse word. Anyway, I'm going to pause this now. There's no more cheap meat to chop. I forgot. I was going to use up the last of these. Sorry, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to stop it because I thought I'm going to use up the last of these. What are they called again? Sweet potatoes. Peel them and chunk them. Okay, I'm just checking that is okay. I did get mixed up quite a lot. There is times when I forget what I'm doing as well. I can see me washing dishes 1 minute. Halfway through a dish, I remember something else and go start doing that. Then halfway through that, I stop doing that and then go and do something else. So in the course of a day, I can be doing 3 different things and end up not getting any of them done because I keep on forgetting what I'm doing. Sometimes you even forget I'm having a tea break. I don't even know if you can see me from there, yeah. Yeah. picking up the swede that's fallen on the floor, not the swede, but the skin that's fallen on the floor. I'll change that back into that one. I'll put a lid on. That one. So it continues. Keep the heat in. Right. Put that there. It's just, my daughter complains that sometimes the sweet potato actually looks like carrots when it's chopped up still. So instead of chopping these ones up in batons, I'll chop these ones into blocks. When I'm finished peeling up all this stuff and chopping it up, just got it on to cool. I'll pause the video till later on. I do find that the sweet potatoes have quite a lot of like eyes in that, you know, you get eyes in the potato. I think the sweet potato has quite a lot of eyes, and there's quite a lot of sweet potato on the floor. Let's pick up before I step on it. Then take it to the bin to dispose of. And I think I've got one sweet potato to go. I'm actually wondering when the first potato peeler was invented. You think about it. Who invented the first potato peeler? Actually, I might look that up. I mean, we know who invented TV and all the rest of that, and telephones, and the internet, and computers with bit babbage and all the rest of that. Okay, but has anybody ever looked up who invented potato peelers? When were they first used? Because when I was KP, we had potato peelers. We had knives, so we used to have to peel the potato that way. But those potatoes used to use the skin of the potatoes as well. Especially if you're making something like, you know, like a pub meal. Where they're watching pubs and pizzerias, pizza ramas and all the rest of that, in restaurants. You think about it. You go to what's the word? I forgot to chop off the end. What you always try and remember, to cut off the end. But they're not very nice looking. Even though you chop the bits off. It always seems to have a bit of hair at the end. Anyway, what was I saying there? Yeah, who invented potato peeler? Because when I was a KP. I better prepare all the food. We didn't have potato peelers, which is okay because we used to wash the potatoes, peel the potatoes, and you would take the potato skins and fry them and add them to chili con carne. My mouth is salivating here because I'm thinking about things like chili con carne. Right, I need a bowl for these to go in. I've run out of the other things. Okay. So you kind of worry about these things when you've got nothing to do, nothing to say. Things come into your head. I was a KP back in the 80s, early 80s. Yeah, couldn't get through that there. It's quite a tough little sweet potato. Did I miss a bit on that one? Looks like I did miss a bit. See, that one's been through quite easy. I don't know if that's I don't know if there's any reason for one being very, very hard and one being so easy to cut through. Right, that's the sweet potato all cut up. Right, now I'm going to pause this just now and I'm going to go on with something else. Okay, back on because I hadn't done the green beans. Again, top and tail them. Oops, clumsy. And put them in with the rest of the things. The only thing I'm disappointed at, I've got no Brussels sprouts. Must have used them all last week. Putting the greens in beside the greens. No, technically, people say that all vegetables are green, but as you can see, there's white potatoes, there's sweet potatoes which are orange, and carrots which are carrot coloured. Like I said before about me, I'm a meat eater, I love meat, but I've been trying to get off it for a while, become totally fully veg, but so far no joy. That one I think is 33 because it's quite long. I know technically, I suppose even a veggie wouldn't have cheese sauce on it, but everything takes time. Getting from fully meat to getting something like that takes time. The rest of the bowls. And we put the carrots in there. And that around. And pause again. Now I'm doing the cheese. I took that jar of cheese, added some milk, and now I'm adding very nice. I like it anyway. I'm adding grated cheese, everyday essentials, to make it a nice thick cheese sauce. You can see how thick that is. And there's basically some of the vegetables already made. That's some. You see the cabbage, the potatoes, the, what's it called again? Sweet. The only thing that's not ready yet are the baked the carrots and sweet potatoes. Pause again.